All right, you know what day it is. It is October 27th. That means that the Jordan 11 and the Yeezys came out. But I have no Yeezys, but I do have a lot of different Nikes to get into. So let's start with some that came out a little while ago, the 18. And wasn't really super excited about this pack, and obviously neither were you guys. Um, this wasn't even one of my favorites like a long time ago. But it's not a bad shoe, man. I mean, it's basically kind of the origin of carbon fiber plates in shoes. This is like the birth of it. I think I may be a little bit wrong because we do have the 11s that had carbon fiber in the midsole, but this was a full length carbon fiber plate built into the shoe. And I mean, they even touted it on the insole of the shoe. It's a big stitched, I'll show you. All right. So this is the Air Jordan 18 Retro Yellow Ochre, and Sail. Style code is AA2594-701. The SRP is $225. That's pretty steep. The size 11 had a UPC of 884-499-397-748. And there's a 14 at the end. So we open it up, and the first thing we want to do is see if we have our QC sticker, which we do, and it reads QC29 OK. And we have our QC stamp, and it reads 06, 19, 18, 13. I'm reading it upside down. These shoes have now become kind of infamous because our favorite Laker has been wearing them. Lance Stephenson, who I thought was with And1, but I think that And1 thing ended when he got hurt, and when Dallas Stokes, super designer Dallas Stokes, left And1 the second time around. So let's get to it. It's the 74G at the top. I don't know what that means. So somebody tell me what the 74G means. Production date, I'm going to. Why? Because our production date on the shoe size label, if it syncs up within 4 weeks of our stamp, usually it's 4 weeks, sometimes it's longer during the Chinese New Year, we know that our shoes are good to go. 03, 21, 18, 2, 05, 31, 18, 05, 31, 06, 19, less than 3 weeks. Our production date and our QC stamp, they match. The suede on this thing is extremely plush, man. So I get it. As far as why it was $225, it is a full grain suede shoe. It is luxurious, if that's the word we want to use. And you have that mesh underneath the tongue. And I'm going to pull that back up and get both pair out and go into the 360 so we can get through this one and move on to the next shoes because we have a lot of them today. So here's our 360. Make sure you guys line yours up and check everything at the same time. Here we go. Here's your toe box. You can see the shroud and the embroidered Jumpman on the shroud, and then the 74G at the top of the tongue or the shroud. Here's the top of the shoe. Now I'm going to come back and open this up so you can see the label that's on the inside where you see that carbon fiber. But we go to the left first. We're going to go to the right. And then go to your left medial. Right medial. Deceptively light shoe, man. Which makes sense because of the carbon fiber plate. Outsole. Turn that to the side. Make sure we move it up a little bit better. And heel counter. Alright. So that's that part of it. Now let's get individual shoes, and we're going to move it up and get this mesh screen for breathability that's on both sides. And what I want to do is fold down the tongue, right? Show you the mesh on the tongue so it can breathe a little bit better. But it's the shoe insert that has to come out, and I'm going to stay out of focus because I actually want this thing too, where you can see the inside of the shoe. And you see that? And it reads carbon. And that's the comfort control plate. And that comfort control plate ran the full length of the shoe. I think it did. Now, I may be wrong about that. But the whole idea of carbon fiber plates, Zoom X, the new technology for the running shoes, has its birth in a basketball shoe. And that typically doesn't happen. You usually have running shoes transitioning into basketball technology. But that is it for this model. Let's move on because that's 5 minutes in. And I have a lot of shoes because the 11s dropped, like I said, to get to.